And Mark meets Africa meets Maya speaks today. Yes, honey, yes. That's what's up. Mark, I'm so delighted to meet you. I've been seeing you through the YouTube, all the great work you're doing here in Tanzania. I would like for you to let my family, my channel know, what are you doing here? What's your goals and dreams for Tanzania? Mark's a fool too, just so you know. That's why he's my kindred spirit. He's crazy, trust me.
But we need crazy.
Yes.
They say what? Crazy? I'll leave it at that.
No, let's say it.
I say crazy is we've been doing the same thing for so many years. We got to be a little different and out there in order to inspire the change we want to see.
That's true. That's
doing
true.
something different make you crazy.
That's right. That's
I'm gonna be as different as I want to be.
Me, and I embrace mine.
We crazy, but we have to be. Yeah. We're at that point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm in Tanzania. I think I spent a lot more time in Tanzania than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Again, it's called Mark Meets. I'm realizing this as I'm saying. It's called Mark Meets Africa, and I don't really travel around as much. But goal for Tanzania, just to see our people have something. Really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people coming, and there's a lot of problems, which means there's a lot of solutions, and there's a lot of things to be done. So
yeah,
I'm just kind of trying to get it done.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it. Everybody, you see there's a lot of building going on right now. So people are coming, some people are building, some people aren't, but
to each his own.
To each his own.
All right. Well, I know one of the things that you're building is the repatriate house for the people coming back.
Oh, well, it's like a community center.
Yeah.
Or more like it's a mall now.
Yeah, I've been seeing that it was something of a mall. Tell us a little bit about that. Like, how's it structured up? Like, it's like the mall back home. Like, I don't know. Talk to me.
No, we just took a building and we're turning it into a little facility. All it is just to have a place where we can meet, talk.
Who is
enjoy.
we?
We is the diaspora.
That's the diaspora.
Yeah, and of course the brothers and sisters here can come too. But it's typically a place where we don't have to pay for everything, right? We can just sit if we want to sit. We can just talk if we want to talk. And there are services you can pay for. There's things for the kids to do. Just a place for us to be. Unfortunately, in my time here, and I haven't even been there as long as some people, about a year and a half, just over. And I see that there's almost nothing for us to do.
Yeah.
There's people who have maybe restaurants. People go to hotels when they want to meet. People are renting out expensive spots to meet for one day.
Yeah,
and our community doesn't come together because when we come together, we got to spend some money or we got to do this or this or this. We don't have a spot of our own. So the community center is really just to have, I don't know, a diaspora hub.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that's much needed because even when with my group, Black Wall Street, we even have that problem sometimes. And we were getting together to find a place as well. I'm definitely glad that you're up and building. But nevertheless, when it comes to that, the prices of these shillings of renting a space for a couple of hours is astronomical. And a lot of people think, we came here thinking that the shillings, $1, like, it was nothing. Then after a while, you look at your bank account and it's dwindled down to almost nothing. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
What the heck? Where did that go? It adds up.
Yeah, very, very quickly. Trust me on that. So, what's been your other endeavors here?
Some stuff I can't say, but I will say we're trying to get a policy. You might have to cut that out.
Oh, wow.
We're trying to do things. It's just, in general, the mission is diaspora. Brotherhood, sisterhood.
Yeah.
Get together, build together, be together. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's a general mission. There's nothing specific to it. I mean, of course, there's different projects. We're trying to build in Mwanza, farming, fish farming, agriculture, and then other things, but it's just diaspora services, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little off right now.
Oh my!
Now I'm thinking about it. Now I got a few things on my mind.
Really?
Yeah. Now my mind just went somewhere else.
Okay, tell us about it.
Well, no, it has almost nothing to do with the actual. Your mind is just wandering. Not wandering away, like not focused, but split.
Yeah.
There's always a split focus. There's always something to be done.
Yeah. So something just came to your mind? Share. No.
It has nothing to do with this.
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh. Mark just zoned out on us.
I'm not zoned out, but I will say that, you know, I'm happy that we're together today because, you know, meeting other diaspora and sitting down and having these conversations and getting the people to realize what's going on here is good for the community. It's literally community coming together. So I'm happy.
Okay,
I'm
good.
Here.
Yes, exactly.
I'm here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
We got our young brothers here, by the way. That's why I'm looking over here so much. Because they're looking at us like they don't know what's going on. I wish they would come and say, come over. And these are our Tanzanian babies with us. I don't speak Swahili, so maybe they could come and say hi. Yes. And let the people know who these beautiful Tanzanian babies are. Hi. Are you able to see them in the camera? Yeah, there we go. And who's this young gentleman with you traveling today, Mark? Fabian. He doesn't want to be on camera though.
That's okay.
That's my left-hand man.
What?
He always with me. But I'm happy.
But today we get this one in the camera building, and with the diaspora over here, you're building for the diaspora. How can the diaspora link up and build with you? Like, are they part of the board, or how does it work if we want to link up and put our brick next to your brick?
I'm open to anybody who wants to build, as long as what we're doing coincides. Unfortunately, you have a lot of people here, and a lot of people, because we're creative people, we kind of want to do our own thing. So I haven't run into too many people trying to jump on board in regards to building.
Really?
Yeah. In the beginning phases, there was a lot. There were people like, oh, I could do this, I could source some land, or I could do this. And I would get with some of these brothers and sisters, and they would either take too long to do it or they wouldn't do it. And so it ended up being sort of like a solo thing up until now. Now I have the Tanzanian brothers and sisters who are out there painting, who are out there building, who are out there actually managing. I have a manager, she's Tanzanian.
Wait a minute, are you saying the diaspora, you couldn't get the diasporas to paint and do?
No, I don't even think it's a matter of if they would or wouldn't. It's just a matter of people are doing their own thing. And I don't want to say, I'm trying to be really step around it, but people are doing their own thing. And it's as simple as that. I haven't invited many people though, so that's another thing. Because again, it's like I got these split projects, and right now I say if it can run like this, it'll run like that. Let it go in its own time. And brothers and sisters, again, they're doing their own thing. That's the one thing I found, is that a lot of people are supportive of the idea, but not many people actually want to jump on.
Wow.
They love the idea, the finished product, but we're not at a finished product right now.
So yeah, but if they want to join or whatever, they
can email, they can reach out. But now it's kind of like we've created it in a way where we're gonna be assigning stuff later. Right now, we don't want to complicate it,
right?
Because it's already, you know, in the beginning stages it would have been nice. Now,
wow,
yeah, it'd be difficult to integrate other people into it at this stage. But when it's finished, the goal is to have a Tanzanian for every diaspora position. Tanzanian manager, diaspora manager, and they work together.
Right.
If somebody's working in the cafe, it's a Tanzanian, a diaspora. Every position will have both.
Right.
Because that's what needs to happen. You got brothers and sisters here with nothing to do.
Yeah.
People are here, there's no employment for them, they don't know business, or they're struggling in some way here. They have no legal way to stay here. Right. So we got to give jobs. Some people don't want to do business, and it's fine. They shouldn't have to. Let them do work.
Yeah.
The Tanzanians, the diaspora, some people just want jobs. And that's what this will be. Opportunities for those who do want to do business. They can partner with Merge.
Mm-hmm. What's Merge?
Merge is the company.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those things, you really start scratching your head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, huh. But it played out how it played out, and I'm happy. Things are progressing. Things are moving. That's all there is to it. I don't want to make it sound negative. It's not.
Right.
We have to respect that everybody needs to do their own thing.
Right.
I had people in the beginning stages of this say, when I was going around asking people, you know, to be a part of this, even some YouTubers and things, I said, we need to create a unified image so people coming can see that we're actually together.
Right.
And we're actually building together.
Right.
And some people were like, told me directly, I want to do my own version of it. I'm like, huh.
What?
And it's not, and it wasn't like a mean way. It wasn't in a way that was like condescending or anything, but it was, You could take it as that, or you could take it as what it was. We as a people carry a mentality of let's do it ourselves. I want to do my own, right? Instead of working together, we typically want to compete because everybody wants to get to it first. I find that hard,
yeah, with me, because I'm dealing with Black Wall Street, and I end up with this big group of Black Wall Street, and then after a while, I had to filter it down to the real builders that really want to do something in a unified front.
Unified, key word.
Right, and truly have a love of really wanting to build together and not trying to and come out of that mindset of that capitalistic that I want to be on top where everybody else on the bottom looking up at me. No, like we're not there, and like what is our excuse? Because we did have a model over there with Black Wall Street, but they actually did have a community. The dollar circulated, they kept people working and whatever, albeit it was bombed, but over here we don't have that threat. We don't have the chemtrails over our head. We don't have the GMOs. We don't have people trying. So what is our problem now at the end of the day? And it has revealed itself. A lot of people are just selfish into what they really want to do. And at the heart of it, it's not a real communal loving spirit for your brothers and sisters. And I'm sadly finding that out too, but it's okay.
And you know what? I'm so glad you said that. Yeah. And you mentioned sadly. And that's important too, because the reality is, and we were speaking about this yesterday as well, people are, not this part, but I'm going to throw this in too. People are coming here with their families. Yeah. Some people are coming here alone. Some people are coming here with this idea about this place, and it's not always true.
Right.
People think there's this kumbaya, love, synergy relationship going on here. It's not the case. You're going to come here. You're going to be alone. Yeah. You're going to have nobody that's going to go and pick you up without asking you for some money. Yeah. You're going to have a situation where you go down the street. You're going to be most likely taken advantage of in some way.
Yeah.
Your brothers and sisters here, they're not together themselves. How can they help you? I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all case all the time, but this is the common scenario. This is the reality. We cannot let people come here with a false belief of what's here. It's not fair to the mothers with single mothers with the children coming here, because that's a big majority of people coming here are single mothers.
Yeah.
It's not fair to the elderly people coming here alone. It's not fair to the people who sold their houses to come here. It's not fair to any of them, because they're coming here with this idea that everything's okay. Yeah. Oh, they're building for us. We gonna get over there and they gonna give us a plot of land and all this crazy stuff. No, you're gonna get here. You're gonna have to leave every 3 months until you figure out how to work it out. You're gonna have to figure out how to do business in a country where business doesn't always work well. You're gonna have to figure out a lot of things because there's no pathway here. If they say Tanzania is the wilderness, then you got to act like it's the wilderness. There's no trail for you to follow. You make the trail. Yeah. The people coming are pioneers. They're coming to dust off the ground, clear the bush, and build the trail. There's nobody that's going to hold your hand and say, let's go this way, and let's do that, and let's go do that. And the person that does that is going to be a very wealthy person.
Yeah.
Because right now, people are coming here to survive. Yeah. And they're getting here and they're trying to survive. There's people, we spoke about this yesterday as well, who are here asking for money for groceries every week.
Wow.
They're not even here legally sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely know some that are definitely not here legally and were asking me, advice on how. I'm like, I did not know, but to do what I did when I was scammed by the school, and I had to just pretty much just, pay the... Yeah, I had to pay the bill because I got scammed, and it is what it is. But thankfully, I had the monetary means to pay the bill. But I mean, people that don't have the monetary means, so they're just in hideout waiting, making GoFundMes, and then the family members are back home are really harsh on them because a lot of the family members back home are saying, "Well, we told you not to go to Africa, and you did it anyway, and now you want us to, Right.
That's the ridiculous mentality we as a people overall carry.
Yeah.
Is that we go and do something without doing much research, and we do it off of hope and love and all this stuff, and that's great. But we still have to acknowledge the reality. You can't just go across the world and... I'm not going to lie. Now, I might be a little bit of a hypocrite saying this because I kind of did that. But I didn't,
Kind of is a euphemism. Let's say you did.
I did it. But I will say one thing that I learned to do very quickly was adapt.
Yeah.
The difference between my story and a lot of other people's stories is a lot of people refuse to adapt.
Right.
They get here, I still need a refrigerator. But do you have refrigerator money?
Right.
And the answer is no. So they go do something or spend all they have just to get some luxury that they should have been able to live without.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to, it's that you need to be able to.
And funny that you should say that. I have a friend in more girl named Sarai that I didn't know that, to be honest. You know, I won't lie to you, that I did not know that I could really, that I just didn't know that you could actually live without a refrigerator. It just blew my mind that she was like, okay, yeah, no, I don't need a refrigerator. I mean, I'm steady in my mind trying to figure out, what do you mean you don't need a refrigerator?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about stuff like what goes in the refrigerator. And she was like, no, Maya, I don't need this. And I found that this
Eggs
do that.
don't need to be refrigerated.
Right,
Milk comes in a bag, sealed, vacuum sealed. What are you going to do?
Exactly. So now I'm just stunned in my head of like, how spoiled are we?
Yeah.
Right. To think that, you know what I mean?
That
like,
we need that. So I came here. I'm sorry to interject,
No,
but I'm so glad. I don't know. I didn't carry that mentality, not harshly.
Yeah.
I came here. The first place I was in what people would say the ghetto. They said that wasn't a good neighborhood looking back on it. But it was.
Yeah.
There were people playing outside. There were elders sitting on porches. It looked like it was a fine neighborhood to me. Yeah. I didn't have to this day, I've never used a fridge here.
Wow.
No house that I've had a fridge.
That's
a year and a half, almost 2 years, I've never had a fridge.
Wow.
I didn't need it. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
I didn't. A washing machine, none of that. I gave that all up the first day.
Wow.
None of it. I was like, we're going to do
admirable.
something new. And I'm saying
and you definitely don't look like the part. Okay. They get them mixed up for a Chinese guy over here
sometimes.
Like,
but that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's good and bad where you come from. There's good and bad where you're going. There's good and bad where you are.
Yeah.
But we have to learn to kind of navigate it. We are supposed to be an adaptable people, and we can't come over to Africa and expect to have everything like where we were.
Yeah.
We say we leave the place we were because the things going on there weren't so good. We don't like America, the culture. We don't like all that stuff. But then we come over here and we try to do the same thing. We try to replicate it.
Right.
How silly do we sound?
Yeah.
I don't like America. They spoil. They do. But then you need a fridge, or you need a this or this or this or this. And again, we shouldn't have to give up luxuries.
Yeah.
But we should be able to say, I don't need it. That's freedom. Freedom is knowing that you can survive anywhere.
Yeah.
In any situation. Because look at all the people living here. You think they live without a fridge?
Of course. I've seen
and
it.
They're fine.
I've seen it.
We got to lower ourselves.
Yeah. And they're so much better off because a lot of them can't even afford the technology. That allows them to afford life. They actually wake up and live life. A lot of us wake up, turn around, grab the phone like all day long, the phone, you know. So but you didn't get a chance to really, like they, you know, the oldest saying that really means a lot. The old cliche, take time to smell the roses. Yeah. Like a lot of us just don't.
But they don't even do that here. Yeah. I'm gonna say not everything in Africa is right. You're saying that like they afford to live life, but they don't see it that way. No. We're coming from a place where we don't see the good and the bad, and they're in a place where a lot of them don't see the good and the bad. I asked somebody, look at these stars. Yeah. I was out in the not so much the village area, but I was in a little outside of the town. Mm-hmm. And the brothers and sisters I was with, they were Tanzanian. They said, we don't look at the stars. We don't look at the moon. We don't notice the trees like that. We just live amongst. I'm like, okay, that's odd. And I was like, okay. But it's one of those things where we come from a place where we don't see that. So when we see it, we start appreciating. They come from a place where they see it. So while they're here, they don't appreciate it. Yeah. There's wrong on both sides. Yeah. We are not coming into a perfect society. There's things here that do not function correctly. Again, we're coming from, I said this yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. Yeah. We come from a place where things aren't working for us. And they're coming from a place, or they're in a place where things aren't working. So we take the good over there, leave the bad. That's half. Yeah. We come over here and take the other half. Take the good, leave the bad. And we have a complete society. We have things that work. Not everything over here is good. Not everything works. Not all the slow lifestyle is good to some extent. Everything is good to some extent. Yeah. Because you look at the situation for our brothers and sisters here, it's not good. No. You said, oh, they can't afford a refrigerator. Yes, that's good because they learn to live, you know, they don't want those things or they don't. But really, they should be able to afford. They should be able to be in a position where they're comfortable, where they can feed their families well, where they can not worry about money. The biggest argument I hear over here is money. Same in the States. Yeah. It's money. We shouldn't have to worry about that stuff. And when you have a functioning society, things like that, you don't worry about. Our brothers and sisters need us, and we need them. We need them to show us how to lower ourselves. Yeah. And they need us to show them how to raise themselves. Right. Have some some dignity. Because our brothers and sisters selling stuff off the top of their head. I used to say, this is cool. This is Africa. Now I'm looking and saying, I'm looking at the facial expressions. They don't look happy to do that work.
Yeah.
Standing outside for 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, begging buses to buy the stuff off their head, forcing people to grab the stuff and then yelling thief when they run off with it.
Yeah.
That's not dignity. When did we lower ourselves to that point? We have to have a higher standard for ourselves. It's not being stuck up. It's not being spoiled. It's having a standard.
Yeah.
We have to be dignified people.
Yeah.
Not proud, but dignified.
Right.
We can't have people walking around the streets with no shoes on. And I know we say, oh, that's fine. That's natural. They're touching the ground. But really, they're walking on pavement.
Yeah. And
there's
also,
a lot of issues here. And there's a lot of issues where we come from.
Yeah.
We got to navigate, find solutions. But we come here and we start complaining. It's one thing to complain, and it's another thing to complain and offer solutions.
Right.
People say there's no opportunity here. Look around. Every complaint you have is an opportunity. Every complaint.
Yeah.
Because the chances are most people are going through the same thing as you. But people don't see it that way. They think the place they come from has no opportunity. What opportunity? I'm here. I got 13, I don't know how many projects now. I got all these projects going on.
The place. Yeah.
I'm like, what y'all mean? No solution. The solution's here.
Yeah.
They need us to show them that, and we need them to actually
show up.
To show us.
Yeah.
We need each other. We're two halves of one.
Yeah.
When we were split from our people, we became no, we're still the same people. Just two sides of the same people. We're both extremes. We're this extreme and they're this extreme.
And you're just trying to get us to balance in the middle.
We got to balance.
Yeah.
All we need is balance. Every problem we have will be solved with balance.
Yeah, I definitely totally agree with you on that. Even so with like I said, okay, remember yesterday I was talking about a lot of times here in Dar es Salaam, usually explaining to me that this is not really a true picture of Africa.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Remember that? Yeah.
I say, and maybe Moses, you're behind the camera, but maybe you can agree or disagree with me. Dar is not like Tanzania.
Yeah. It's different. It's different energy, the people too.
Yeah.
Like, Dar, everybody take people as an opportunity. Like every time scam. Like you can get scam. Rising of the prices.
Yeah, they do it to their own people.
Yeah.
To their brothers and sisters here.
Yeah. Even yesterday it happened in the barber shop. Like a person just raised the price.
He tried.
Yeah, he tried to raise the price, but with no.
And this is Moses in the background family, by the way. We just interviewed Rhino yesterday.
Yeah.
But he's saying it happened to him. What happened?
Well, no. We were in the.
Mark, you again. Yeah.
Okay, we were in the barber shop. And, we went to a nice one.
Okay. A nice one.
A decent one.
A decent one.
I'm used to buku cuts.
Oh.
That's that 25-cent cut.
Oh.
That's what I normally get.
Wow.
But, I went to this place. I wanted to relax a little. They tried to raise the price. One of the ladies tried to in the barbershop. We didn't want, like, the head wash and all that stuff because it was dark. And I'm like, I got to get home. This traffic is not good.
After you guys left here?
After we left here.
Wow, okay.
And the girl was like, oh, you're being a bad boy. I was like, why? She said, because now you don't want the head wash and this and this. And I was like, look, that point aside, she wanted to get her money.
Yeah.
So she thought she could tell the barber, a different price. She was trying to be slick with it too.
What?
It's $7,000, right? It's $15,000, right? And he was like, I think he didn't catch on right away. He was like, no, it's $5,000.
Right.
Like, he didn't catch it. What? And because he didn't catch it, he couldn't go with it.
Right.
He was like, shoot. The look, like, man, I should have said yes. Because she was trying to be slick. But no, it's to say that these brothers and sisters, for all the brothers and sisters coming from the States saying, oh, America's not that good, at least you don't have to haggle prices.
Right.
There's some people say, oh, but that's the culture. No, dignity first.
Right.
I shouldn't have to beg you for the right price. It's not a matter of money. It's a matter of principle.
Right.
I'm not here to beg anybody to give me the correct price, the same price you would give someone else. And they say, no, that's their hustle. It's not a hustle, it's lying.
Right.
If the service is a different price for each person, that's lying. Unless you put a sign that says, we can just charge what we want. That's not business.
Right.
That's using your discretion too much. Wrong is wrong. We come here and we forget that. We start calling things that are African the right thing.
Yeah.
Not everything that's African is right. We got to get out of that mindset that everything over here is okay. No, that's the culture. That's the traditional way. There's nothing traditional about lying and scamming. The only traditional thing about it is evil is evil. And evil's been the same for a long time. So if you want to call it traditional, it's still evil.
Yeah.
You don't go and lie to people about things like that. Somebody told me here, older gentleman, we were doing, no, he wanted to do business with me. And I didn't actually, because of what he said. He said, he was trying to give me advice. In Tanzania, and this is how they talk, right? Yeah, you know.
Oh my God.
They get all
boisterous.
Yeah, but it'd be different if he was saying something that was inspirational. This man said, in Tanzania, it's okay to lie if you get business.
What?
I said, when is it okay to lie to get, like, and he meant it. He didn't even mean on a large scale. Because I asked him, can you know, go into that a little more?
Yeah.
He said, let's say you have somebody on the street that looks like they can pay more, or just looks like they don't know what they're doing. Charge them more. Right. I said, instead of being a brother or a sister and saying, I'm going to give you the same price because that's what brotherhood and sisterhood is, you go charge them more. The reason I'm speaking like this is because, and I don't get overcharged here anymore. Yeah. I really don't. I'm happy.
I'm
like, no, that's a business skill.
Yeah.
I'm glad I came here with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of brothers and sisters here, the reason I'm saying this like an issue right now is because this isn't what Mark thinks. This is what I'm seeing the community face.
Yeah.
It's not me, oh, I'm feeling bad and bitter because people are doing this. I avoid it.
Yeah.
But our brothers and sisters who can avoid it, who don't avoid it, who won't avoid it, are getting scammed and hassled every day. They're getting more and more bitter.
Yeah.
They're ruining their image of Africa. They're ruining their image of their people.
Right.
All for the sake of 35 shillings.
Exactly.
Really?
And we were saying, like, the mentality that we see with them is like, it's like you can have a whole cake over here.
Yeah.
And you can have a slice of cake. And all you're trying to tell the Tanzanians is like a choice between the two. You know, you can have this slice of cake, but you can only eat this for the day.
Yeah.
But if you do business right, you can have the whole cake, eat for tomorrow and generations to come. But they'll choose the slice of cake, and they rather die with that slice of cake in their belly than the whole cake to feed their generations to come. And it's just
selfish,
crazy.
Call
you know
it what it is.
Right.
I'm in the mentality now. I'm done trying to rationalize and explain something away. When someone shows you how they are, believe them. We you know, we're not going to say they're an evil people, but what they're doing is evil. It's wrong. Lying is lying. There's no lying but. No. Lying is lying. Stealing is stealing. There's no stealing but. Wrong is wrong. We come here and we start trying to love the place we went. No. There's problems to solve. Brothers and sisters shouldn't be doing this stuff. You got people, when I send these young brothers to the store, these are Tanzanian children. These two young brothers right here, and he knows they overcharge him. And I got to get out of bed sometimes when I in poop.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sending these young brothers to the store, get some of this, and I know the price. They don't.
Oh my goodness.
And
I never would have.
And I go to that same store. I say, how much is it? They give me the right price. Talking about Rafiki, my friend. I'm like, no, this is my young brother. You just tried to overcharge him.
Wow.
Like he's some opportunity. No.
And I've heard some Tanzanians did to express that they do get, like with me, I just don't even trust, because I don't know everything, and I'm a female. And I know I have that look on my face sometimes, you know, that I don't know.
ATM,
exactly, right. So I definitely take me a local, honest, trustworthy Tanzanian with me to make sure. And then once I get it, then I know how to fight because I'm empowered. Because if I've been there and I know that this thing is 500 and this person's not going to be with me, when I go there alone, I know I can fight because I can fight that I know 500.
You shouldn't have to do that.
And I shouldn't, but...
It's not fair.
No, it's not.
Think about it like this. We're coming to a place we were sold. Some of us taken, some of us sold. And we come back after all these. I say to people now, if you have a child who was kidnapped, right? And that child returns to you, your biological child returns to you after 40 years, are they still your kid? They should be.
They're definitely.
So 400 years. We never stop being African. So when we get here, with all this love and admiration for a place in our hearts, and we start seeing the harsh reality is that money is the language people speak here.
And
this is not Mark speaking. This is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I'm going to keep going higher.
Yeah.
People plus. I've heard this story so many times to the point. That's the good thing about YouTube.
Yeah.
You have access to other people's opinions, other people's experiences. I get emails, message, phone calls, messages and texts. Day in, day out. Ooh, this person did this. Ooh, so when I start seeing that 30, 40, 50, 100 of those, and I start categorizing, oh, wait a second. This story came up 5, 6, 7 times. This one came up 18 times. This one came up 30 times. I start seeing a pattern.
Right.
Eventually, you put the data together. There's no rationalizing and explaining it away. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
And we have some horrible habits as diaspora, too.
Yes.
Yes, we do. I'm not going to say only the 10. No,
Right.
it's wrong on both sides.
Right.
We are trying to create a new standard. We're trying to create a new, what do you call it? We're trying to create a new beginning. We cannot keep what's already broken. We can't keep what's been broken for years. They say what? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing. So we can't come over here with the same thing. We got to change. We have to do things a little different. Our culture doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, but what about culture? Forget culture. It's not working for us. Build a new one. What are we scared of? We're scared to get rid of who we are. We've already forgotten who we are.
Yeah.
We are not poor people, poverty. Somebody was trying to convince me that it's a good thing. What were they saying? Right. I was in Gongalamboto, and I saw a bunch of people crowding into a bus. Before I was like, oh, that's African. Oh, well, you know how we are. And then I had to step back and say, because somebody came up to me, and I remember I was looking at it with my head turned like this,
right,
in disapproval. Because again, raising our standard. And he was saying to me, I think he recognized me. And he's saying, yeah, that's Africa. He said what I said months back. And I turned to him, I said, but is this the right thing? I asked him the question.
Right.
And he said, what do you mean? I said, this is undignified. It may be African, but that doesn't make it good, and that doesn't make it right.
Right.
But he was trying to make it like a proud thing, like, yeah, that's us. What are you proud about? The garbage on the floor outside?
Yeah.
The buses being overcrowded? The roads that are broken and nobody's questioning the people who are supposed to be fixing them?
Yeah.
The corruption? The police who tried to tell me the dirt on my car was a violation. And then when I asked him for a ticket, he didn't want to give it because he had to print out a receipt which would show that he legitimately had no reason to. That stuff adds up. Raise your standard. Question the people that are doing wrong, because the issue is nobody's questioning anybody. They question the people doing right more than the people doing wrong, because those people seem strange. They're not normal. They don't fit into the normal thing that people do of just this corrupt, bad. And it's not everyone. I'm not making this out to be everyone. I'm not saying I love our brothers and sisters here. I don't like a lot of the bad things going on, and I shouldn't. No one will ever convince me, go accept the wrong. Wrong is wrong, evil is evil. The day I accept it, I'm stupid.
Exactly.
And anybody else, I'm gonna call it out right now. This isn't me being harsh. This isn't me being anything. This is me being honest. We have to have a higher standard. We have to operate in values, morals, principles. We have to stand on integrity. And when we refuse to do that, we get poverty. We get scams. We get lying, cheating, stealing as a normal thing. I made a video.
Yeah.
And I was talking about the lying.
Yeah.
And there were people trying to explain it away. Well, that's the culture. That's a hustle. It's a lie.
Yeah, and I say that's the reason why a lot of Africa hasn't risen, because of the corruptness of everything. And I'm like, we
should be angry.
I know I get angry, and I have to contain myself sometimes, a lot of the times, because I come from a place right is right, wrong is wrong, and I don't go around doing anybody wrong. Like, why would you just do that? I mean, something as simple as I was at a place I was getting ready for an event. Yeah. I want to get my hair done. And this guy and I'm like, okay, we got all these people here. I'm like, am I going to be able to get in and out? Oh, yeah. Well, and me like an idiot. I don't know why, after me knowing how Tanzania is, and I actually just sat down for that. Not the why my common sense just, girl, look around. These people, And so I called my rider and said, just come and get me. And then when they started, they got to me, no, I'm going to, move you up. Because they see when the money getting ready to walk out the door. This is serious. Right. So now he jumps on my hair, takes the scissors, because, it was threaded. Yeah. And then so now that gives me a false sense of hope that, okay, they're getting ready to get started. So now
They
the
not.
boda leads. They cut my hair. Now my hair is hanging out. And then they go start on somebody's feet. I said, oh, hell no. I called. I say, I was so upset. So when they bought it, they can't. No.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they try and reason with them and say, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not going, and then they get to the point where they're going to force your money out of your hand.
Yes.
No. You're not going to force my
reach
money.
in my pocket.
And I'm not like, listen, do you want this money? Or I can leave. I can walk. I know how to get home. Like you can sit there and reason with them and pay them for nothing that ain't. Well, I'm out of here. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here all day.
A lie is a lie. You lied to me.
I don't like. Just tell me the truth so I can go about my day, and maybe I can see you tomorrow. But don't waste my time because you're so busy trying to get a dime that you're lying and you stress my day out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Selfish.
not going to. Right.
Our brothers and sisters got a long way to go. So do we.
Yeah.
And what you were trying to do was practice patience and
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah.
And then when you said common sense kicked in, no, your self-worth kicked in.
Yeah.
Your value kicked in. You said,
Yeah.
am I worth this?
Yeah.
It's not patience and understanding to a certain point.
Yeah.
We have to realize we're worth a lot more than that. And so are they, but we are. Let's
Yeah.
think about us.
Yeah.
We don't deserve to be stressed out and lied to and feeling like everything is a fight.
Yeah.
We leave a place where everything is a fight, and then we come to a place where everything's a mental fight.
Oh,
Brothers and
my
sisters
goodness.
here, I'm telling you, what you guys are seeing now is not us being negative. This is a
Right.
true story.
Yeah.
This is what you guys might have to face when you get here. It's not a one-off scenario. This is a common occurrence. Tanzanians say the same stuff
Yeah.
about the tailors when you bring it, and they got like 35 orders, and they'll tell you it'll be ready in a week, and it's 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And
then-
it's not that they didn't know. It'd be different if they actually didn't know. They knew
No.
and intentionally
Actually.
deceived you. That is the
Exactly.
businessman. I do business.
Yeah.
I do business, and
And
I
I
talk to
hate
business
that.
people here. Very successful business people here
Yeah.
I've spoken with off
Right.
camera.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of them say the same stuff.
Wow.
It's okay to lie.
I
said,
don't
what?
like that. That
And
is
if that's
not okay.
and to the people that will still rationalize it away, I don't want to do business with you. You don't need to be a part of our community, because what destroyed our community
Right.
was the lowering of our moral standard.
Right.
Now we look like silly people. When the
Right.
world looks at African Americans, African diaspora, African whatever, they look down on us. They say those people are silly.
Yeah.
Look at us walking around, doing all this crazy stuff, saying all this crazy stuff, acting like fools.
Yeah.
And it's normal for us. We don't realize how bad we look.
No, we don't.
And we can't just say, oh, everything's okay, we're perfect, we're the best people, when we don't show it. We're lying to ourselves. And if we believe it without trying to raise our standard, we should be saying that stuff with the intention to become that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the best people, we're creative, we're all this stuff. Let's practice it.
Yeah.
For all the religious folks, there's a saying, faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
That means you got to do it too. You may speak it, but go do it.
Yeah.
Don't go, well, yeah, we the most successful. Somebody told me black people are the richest people in the world.
Oh, they must be talking about, I know what they're talking about. The wasteful spending. That's what they're talking about. But you talking about on the riches of having the mentality and the business mind? Of course not.
No, not even close. And it's
Of
not,
course not.
I'm not happy saying that.
Yeah, I know.
Look at me, I'm a black man.
Yeah.
I'm not proud to say that.
Yeah.
But it's the reality. We have to accept reality. When we refuse reality, then guess what? We look silly.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep on living in this false reality, this false hope, this false sense of who we are.
Yeah.
Until we wake up and say, dang, these are the problems. Let's start solving them. Nobody wants to hear about problems, but a tree needs shit to grow.
Yeah.
We said that yesterday.
Sure did.
I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah.
You need problems to grow. How are you
Yeah.
going to become wise if you've never dealt with a situation that you had to go and wise up on? How are you going to have experience if you've never had issues?
Exactly.
But people pray for no issues.
Yeah.
And I say pray, and I don't mean that in the religious sense. It's
Mm-hmm.
in general how you live your life.
Yeah.
People want to avoid every issue. Sometimes you can't. You have to deal with your problems head on, face first. But people want to, oh, well, no problems here. They come to Africa. Ain't no problems over there.
Yeah.
And it's doing our brothers and sisters a disservice, because now the next people coming think the same thing, except they're coming with 3 kids. They get here, sold the house. I knew one lady.
And then they have
She
to end
sold
up
her
on the
house.
mercy of the embassy. But yeah.
She was here for like 6 weeks. Went back to nothing.
Really?
Because she said some YouTubers told her that everything was good. And this is like a jungle over here. And everybody is loving and caring. No.
Wow.
We want that to be true. But we cannot preach a false reality. A lie is a lie. Truth is truth.
Yes.
It's black and white. There's no, well, maybe. Half lie is still a full lie to me.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'm sorry, it is.
Yeah.
And we can't just keep on trying to spare each other's feelings. Let's start talking about the harsh, cold, ugly reality of who we are as a people. Some of the things that aren't working for us and why. Some of it's our own doings. We create our own demons. Not all of them.
Yeah.
But a good chunk of them. We create them. Self-doubt, all these issues we have as a people. We got to realize that there's a solution as long as we acknowledge the problem. A lot of people don't acknowledge the problem. Oh, ain't no problems. Come on now. We look silly. And everybody, oh, yeah. We agree. We're a special people. Yeah, we are. Let's act like it.
Yeah.
We can't go.
I really am appalled when you was talking about because I didn't meet you at that stage of the game, and I'm so sorry I didn't. Because I see the spirit that you do have in you, and it is genuineness, you know. But to know that most of us are not there, but when you get those small pockets that are coming together, we are going to do some great things.
Yeah.
But the rest that I've been dealing with, I'm just not going to lie, it is hurtful because I've tried, and a lot of times I'm walking about my life, and you know, taking footsteps. I could be in the kitchen, and I'm being honest, sometimes I say to myself, like, I don't know about this anymore. I don't even know, is this worth it? You know what I mean?
And we gotta be there.
Right. And then I'm like, and then another spirit will come along and say, you just gotta keep forging forward. Because that's what the ancestors of old did.
Yeah.
You know?
Nobody, again, someone has to make the pathway.
Yeah.
It's a lonely journey. You're not going to
is.
have 30, 40, 50 people holding hands in a circle. You're going to be you, yourself, and you.
Yeah.
They say loneliness breeds consciousness. You want to be an aware person. You want to know yourself, go be alone.
Yeah.
And some people are forced to be alone. This movement, for some people, is a self-journey. They don't even know it. I'm realizing that after hearing so many stories of people who have come and left and come and left. I'm seeing again, data never lies.
Right.
And I'm seeing a pattern. They found themselves.
Yeah.
It's a self-discovery journey. Who are we? Who are you? Who am I?
Yeah.
Loneliness. If you want to build, be prepared to be alone.
Yeah.
Because most people are not going to be there. They're not going to, especially not us.
No.
We're going to be all like, why are they doing that?
Yeah.
When you're not going to succeed.
Yeah.
That's us.
I mean, they actually steal the mentality. Like I say, you know, they took us over on the boat, but then you know what? Crabs was on the boat, and some of the crabs come back right back over here too on the plane. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can have the greatest intentions and the great spirit, and they will hate you just because your intentions are great.
For no reason.
For no reason. You just sitting around, I'm like, these people, what did I do? You know,
Cut them off.
Exactly. But I'm just saying,
H are they?
I'm saying you gotta go through that transition, because some people can't deal with that part to understand that you gotta just continue to move on with your life. But it's hurtful at the same time. It's actually a true hurt. But some people break at that point. But you cannot break. You gotta just dust them off and keep going and keep doing you, because the thing that you're here is greater and bigger than you.
Yeah.
Because I know from my family, it's big. I have a reason. I'm preparing the way for that. I don't care how you feel about me. I got some babies to come, and I definitely want their landing to be softer than mine. And I definitely want to be the trailblazer to say, okay, yeah, this is how we're maneuvering here, and this is how so you don't get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
We have prepared this so that we can help you transition into this here, so you know this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, it's about that for me, but. A lot of people, at that birthing process, like I was saying, it was a birthing. Like some of them become stillborn. Some of them become miscarriages. Some don't make it.
But we got to be the midwife.
Exactly.
We got to, some of us, right?
Yeah.
We got to birth them in.
Yeah.
Make it easier for them. You said their landing can be softer than ours, but that means we had to hit the ground hard.
And that's this time. We got the mark. I know I got me some marks to prove it. I got me some days I've been alone in my room and I've cried. I got some days that I want to give up too. Because it makes me, just boggles my head. Like, what are we doing? I get so upset. I was in this one group and I was like, and it just irks my spirit.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing all these great minds like me. I'm not no great accountant. I know I'm not no great lawyer or whatever. You know what I mean? But I know who I am and what I am great in. Yeah. And I can put that brick to yours. to make something greater happen. But yet I see our people, these engineers, you know what I mean, in the group, and they want to talk about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett bald head tail. Like, who gives a crap? These people are rich. We are over here.
Yeah.
Why aren't we? You wasting your time. Then the great philosophers come along. Those are the ones that want to spew all the big words and how intelligent they are. And you tell them, okay,
the Sharubu priests and stuff. People are coming over here to form new religions. I found that out the hard way.
Wow.
Because people were inviting me to business meetings only to have a church session.
Really?
Like, hold on, you just lied to me.
Oh my God.
It'd be one thing if you told me directly, I might go.
Yeah.
But do not. That is some of the most down low, dirty, nasty, creepy, nasty stuff you can do.
Wow.
And I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart. That is low down.
Yeah,
people are doing that.
I know. That's...
People are here to start some people are here to start cults. I knew a few brothers that came over here just to go and do polygamy with like a bunch of random women. They impregnated like 40, 50 women and left.
I think I heard something about that. Somebody even did a video.
It wasn't a few. It wasn't one. It was a lot.
Wow.
And the ones that don't have channels and the ones I've talked to them. Oh, I got some stories.
Wow.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
It's a horrible look. That's why I say we have problems too. We're not coming here with just solutions. We're coming here with probably more problems than solutions. But it's the ones who do have solutions that have to kind of double time work. We're foundation layers. We're not putting bricks.
Yeah.
Right now there's nothing. We're trying to build a house. We gotta rip out the old foundation or parts of it and fill in the holes in the foundation. And everyone else, right? We'll be the first wave, second wave, whatever we are, and they gonna come with the bricks. Yeah. Okay, I got a window, I got a door.
Yeah.
Everybody bring what you bring. Let's build this house. Because right now we're in an unfinished house. They say America's a burning house, while Africa's an unfinished house. Yeah. Which one are you more comfortable living in?
Right.
You're going to have an unfinished house, the rain going to hit you. Yeah. It might be cold. It might be lonely. It's in a neighborhood that hasn't been developed. That's the representation of what this is. Yeah. Lonely, cold, underdeveloped, low quality, right? A lot of missing things. That's what this is.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah. Each person can take their own, I don't know. A lot of times I get a loss for words. I just shake my head because for me, I know it's a labor, but the process to me is really not hard if your heart is in the right place. It's not hard for me to get with you. You know what I mean? If I found out that's what you're doing and I could say, well, Mark, I can't, go balance this butter sheet. Don't get me in there with that because you're going to come out in the red, not the black.
Ooh.
But if you need me to go and get some people to come along, I can do that. We
do what we can. Even this is helping the community.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad to have you here and just able, because I've been wanting to definitely do a truth video to put out the raw side so that they understand that. Because a lot of times I found out too, a lot of people, they get off the airport, they believe what thank goodness it hasn't been me. The YouTubers get their consultation. They are charging $75 to $100.
Yeah, I ain't never charged for a consultation.
They are milking them and sugaring them. And then when the people get off the plane,
don't know how to buy a SIM card.
Exactly. The people, they just leave them. No, this is what happened. True story. But this is what made me start doing them. Listen. I put my time. I'm always all over the place. I'm never in one place. I move, but I move strategically, okay? But I'm not going to be still as much to do here. And one young lady had paid this young lady like so much money for a consultation. And when she would go to sit down with the lady with a consultation at Coward Cafe, the lady said, oh no, call Maya for that. And Maya will make sure you take what? And I'm like, I'll get on the phone and say, it was like, okay, well, I need this, and that. I say, I don't even know you. Like, what you, such and such. I did say, I said, you paid them for a consultation? She said, yeah. I said, well, you go back to them and tell them that you need what you need because you paid for a service that's not a part of that. I'm just saying
that's how we do business.
Exactly.
And we're proud of that.
It's that, I'm
tired of seeing little no. Dang. Yeah. We got to do something different. The different people are the ones who are going to make the money.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are going to help the community. And they're the ones people are going to end up trying to copy.
Yeah.
That's another thing we do. We copy each other. We see some, what's he doing there? Let me do it
Yeah.
my way. But the same thing.
Right.
They do the same thing here. If somebody open a barbershop, that's why you see 13 barbershops on the same street.
Yeah.
15 chip spots on the same street. 12 people selling the same tomatoes on the same street at the same price right next to each other, because people copy people.
Yeah.
Especially us.
Yeah.
We do it a lot. So I would rather them copy a really good example. I'll gladly let you and help you.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to build a community center too? Because we need so many of them.
Right.
Go ahead. I'll tell you how.
Yeah.
I don't want to compete
the
with you.
Blueprint.
Yes, I will. I'll give it away.
Yeah.
I'm not competing with nobody. We need so much for our community that it'd be stupid to go and compete.
Yeah.
What are we competing about? Some people try to compete with me. I'm like, you're not competing.
I'm telling you, but that's the spirit in the heart of its competition.
Jealousy.
Okay.
Envy. Greed. Gluttony. They say the 7 deadly sins, and we got all of them.
When I say you said jealousy, it's sickening. It
Brothers
really
and sisters,
is.
I told you the story, but I didn't say it on camera. And this is the ugly side of it. We cannot lie. I'm Mark Meese Africa, and I'm going to tell you right here, right now, there's a good side and there's a bad side. And I don't always talk, and this is my bad, I don't always talk about the negative, and a lot of YouTubers don't.
Yeah.
In their defense, they don't want to scare people off, and they don't want to be seen as negative. There's people who have never been here who are telling me and other people about here.
Wait a
You
minute.
ain't never been here.
What?
Somebody was talking, the person talking about the hustles and stuff. You don't even know the culture.
Oh,
People that have never been outside of their state
because they hear through
want to go.
YouTube.
Yeah, now they YouTube experts, and there's nothing wrong with that. But do not go and try to put what you know over some people that are there.
Actually living it.
Actually living it.
Feet on the ground.
And I'm gonna tell you, there's a negative side. I had somebody walk up to me. I was at a restaurant talking to the cashier lady, and we know each other. I was with 2 of my young brothers. We were getting some pizza. This man walks up to me from way across the restaurant. He had his girl or woman or whatever with him. He was an older man too.
Okay.
He said, "You think you're better than us because you speak English?"
What?
I turned to him. I said, "Excuse you. That was a very rude thing to say." He said, "Da da 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 da." He was speaking Swahili. And me, I understood him.
Wow.
He said, "This man pretends he doesn't know the language." He thought, because this is a common thing here, Moses, you could tell him if it's true or not. People will go abroad from here, come back, and act like they don't come from here because they're not proud of where they come from. So they go and act like they're from.
that.
And I'm not that person. So
And
he
they
thought I
think
was
you
one of
are.
the. He thought, yeah. And I
Chevy
told
told
him,
me the
I said,
same
I am a
thing.
proud African American. I said, my culture is important to me. I love your culture, but there's parts of it I hate.
Right.
I told him like that. And I said, I told him, just like everything I'm saying is verbatim for the most part.
Yeah.
A little paraphrase, but
Yeah.
I said, if my 2 young brothers weren't here, I'd have some other words for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be a pushover like that. And it's not to say go and be tough. No, stand up for what's wrong and what's right. I said, you don't do that to people. You don't go up to random people and tell them this and you have no context to who they are, and what they're doing.
Right.
I said, I didn't speak to you. I didn't look at you. I didn't reference you. I wasn't even speaking loud enough that you should have heard it.
Right.
You were listening.
Right.
You were looking for a conflict.
Right.
And his girlfriend was standing there. She was embarrassed for him.
Yeah.
The lady behind the counter was embarrassed for him. And I'm so, that was frustrating. I was looking like,
how dare he?
how dare you?
My
I
friend
said, I
Chevy
don't
said he
know
went through
you.
the same things. Like they just assume
Assume.
that
And then
you
go with
are
it.
trying to
Impress somebody. I'm like, and I switched
they
to
think
him.
that you're
I
changing
asked him, I
men.
said, do you want me to switch to Swahili? And he continued in
Yeah.
English. I said, that tells me something.
Yeah.
I could have switched to Swahili for him.
Right. Oh, that's good, Mark. You know Swahili like that too.
But not like that.
Oh, okay.
Just well enough.
No. I need to get to well enough, but go ahead.
But that's the
crazy.
type. You see that I was on the bus with somebody. I think I even have a video, and somebody was. It's on video. Yeah, actually, it wasn't with you, but we had a situation too.
What?
People would literally be like, "It's this envy we carry. They carry.
Yeah.
These brothers and sisters." And it's not to say all of them. Again, don't take this as Mark being negative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Because
Yeah.
when you get here and it happens to you, you can't say Mark Meets Africa didn't say anything.
Right.
I'm going to tell you, it's not a pretty truth. Accept
No.
it. Ugly is ugly. Call it what it is. Evil is evil. Wrong is wrong. Uncomfortable is uncomfortable. But if we don't say it, it's going to kill us.
Yeah.
Right? Not kill us, but spiritually. There's people who have had their spirits broken. You said if, people are like, they're breaking.
Yeah.
And here you got to kind of sort of be flexible enough that you don't break, but still be flexible.
Right.
If you don't bend, you will break.
Yeah.
If you're too stiff, you will break.
Yeah. And that's what causes all them break. They get the air flight and they go back. Or some of them break to the point, like you say, they have no finances and they're on the mercy of the embassy. Yeah. And I think even when you go through the embassy, if the embassy, I don't know.
They give you a loan.
Right. And
you
then
gotta
you
pay it back when you get back to the States, I think. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You don't know either. Because I think I heard through the grapevine, too, that you can't even come back or something like that.
Yeah, some of them, they don't get to come back.
Right.
I had a brother, and I don't want to call anybody out, but I had a brother, he was asking me about the visa and what happens if it expires. I said, do not let it expire. It's this much if it expires. That's the fine. This is the consequence.
Yeah.
Checked on him like a week later. I said, is everything good? Did you get the problem solved? Yeah. A month later, he calls me. Hey, man, I'm in the police station. What happened?
Wow.
They caught me walking around looking like a dang, in the most touristic areas, looking like a tourist, holding all these stuff. Didn't even try to hide. I'm like, some stuff is just...
should be common sense.
Yeah. If you go illegally stay
common.
somewhere, at least go outside of the dang tourist area.
Yeah.
I said, how did they even catch you? Immigration officers don't just walk around.
Right.
I was in this area where they all walk around. God dang.
I shouldn't be laughing. Oh, goodness, please.
He's okay now,
Forgive
but
me.
I'm just saying, it's one of those things where it's like we put ourselves, that's when I say we create our own demons. Demon doesn't mean demon, per se demon. In this situation, it just means our bad situations. We create them.
Yeah.
A lot of it can be avoided. Just don't do this or don't do that or do this instead of this. But we don't want to bend. No. We don't want to be flexible. We are who we are, and we're going to carry us, right? We don't even want to... we don't bend, we're gonna break. Yeah.
I've seen the breaking happen, and
I'm a noodle.
Yeah, better be like water
like
and just
ramen.
flow. That's what you better do. You better flow with this thing and know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because the saddest part, like I said, you were saying, when you got families over here with babies, innocent babies involved. Now I'm by myself, so anything with me, I don't really worry about with a conscious way because I don't have my babies here yet. But when I see the ones with the babies, it really becomes concerning, for me. And a lot of things too. That's another thing too. I was hoping that, like I was saying with Black Wall Street, what we're trying to do is also link in with people with a moral value system for us, a love for us, to make sure that we're not taken advantage of when it comes to something of a security matter. I experienced a young lady here recently, popular YouTuber, interviewed me. I went on about my day thinking that I was fine, life was good, just to receive a phone call of distress
from her.
Yeah, that the Tanzanian boyfriend had jumped on her. Yeah, and snatched her nails off of, so I'm getting ready to go to what I thought. Yeah, it was just that bad, whatever they were going through,
they were arguing.
You get what I'm saying, right? So, but her mindset is thinking like the West, that she could call the police and...
They're going to be on his side.
Listen.
In a culture where women are almost oppressed?
Listen.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying.
Why didn't you hit her?
Listen.
I got some stories. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. But, okay.
They got issues.
Yeah. Okay. So, you're thinking you can call the police, and they think probably thinking about a Nicole Brown Simpson or something or whatever. That everybody's going to come to camaraderie because of domestic violence or whatever. Got to the police station. You know what I mean? I dropped everything I was doing. I was had to go to the shop. I dropped everything. We got a sister here. She's alone. She's my daughter's age. Okay. And it could be my daughter. You know what I mean? That she's with the report him to the jail. They done locked her up, and they're in cahoots with the landlord trying to extort $1.5 million out of her, talking about damages that he's done to the house.
Imagine.
And they won't even ask her his name because, like you say, he's of no concern because they already know, they feel like there's no financial value to be gained with him. But
they speak one language.
We got the big fish. So now I have to call, and this is the thing, Mark. I couldn't call our people because I have nothing organized in here for that. I had to call someone outside our Cultural Race, which was a nice Indian guy that I had been doing business with. This guy dropped what he was doing, came up there with his wife, met me up at the Cowboy police station. She's in tears, hanging out the window, give me her phone. I got to send pictures over so they can analyze if this is $1.5 million of damage, which is not. And I mean, we talking about T-shillings too, family. I don't want you to get falling over your seat, but that's still a lot. That's like about what, like $600 almost,
yeah.
600 US.
Yeah.
Right. So I got to take her. She's hanging out the window. I got to take her phone. I got to, get it forwarded to me. I got to forward it to the Indian guy so we could go around while she's back there because they are in cahoots with the landlord. And finally, the Indian guy walks up because he already has a relationship with them, and that's what we need. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to build with Black Wall Street to have because the system here does not work like it does in the West. It's totally different. So once these people start speaking the language of we already know money, they wouldn't even let her back in her house. Okay, so finally we get her.
And she called them.
And she called them on
Ended
him,
up in jail.
and because he assaulted her. So they are.
It's backwards.
Exactly.
They don't think logically.
No.
In these, I'm sorry to say it, I'm telling you right now, don't bother with government. Most of the time, they don't think logically.
No.
Something like that in the States is common sense. Okay, here's the evidence. You called us. Here's what's going on. We'll investigate a little. But typically, the answer is right there, and both of them will agree what happened.
Exactly.
Here, he could tell them that he did that, and they'll still arrest her.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at something else. A whole other way of thinking.
Grab. And so they wouldn't even let her back in her place to get her things. I mean, because they wanted that $1.5 million. But after the Indian guys started speaking with them, we went over there. He already knew the system, so he knew who to call, whatever. So he was able to go in there, get her belongings, get out of there, and pay. It went from $1.5 million to 260,000 T-shillings to get her freedom back. Because one thing you guys don't know. You don't want to get caught up in the jail system here. I've had friends that have come here and got caught up. I've actually had friends that I talked to that have actually died through the system here.
Really?
Yeah.
From the States?
Yeah, from the States. Yeah.
And what happened?
That's another story for maybe I can't even tell that one. It's very, very deep. You understand?
Some stories too. We don't have to talk about
Yeah, exactly, right.
Because that's an issue that needs to be solved.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's what we're trying to do at the Black Wall Street. We are trying to find these, because our family get in trouble here. If she had not called me, I can't say there's many people here who you're going to call that's able to navigate the system like this Indian guy that I did know that dropped what he was doing, came up there with his wife, took our hands and got her out of that situation. Because the jail system here is not nothing like over there. It's luxury. Here, you got a big cell.
Your family got to bring you food.
Okay, no, let's not even get to that part.
Yeah, they will not feed you.
Right, they don't. Or we had to do that for my friends that was here. I had to send them money. They had to come bring them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But let me tell you this part. You're in this big room, men and women. And you know that little squatting little thing? Everybody goes there publicly. Okay?
Yeah.
So you, whatever dignity you think you had in your life, it's gone. Okay? So when you go do what you got to do,
like animals.
Exactly.
Worse.
My friend was of age that was locked up in there, and she was beyond the years of, I don't want to be nice. How do you say?
She was elderly.
She was, but I'm trying to, she was beyond the age of menstruating. I'm just going to say what it is, okay? Because after a while, a woman gets to that point. It was so stressful that it came back. You understand? That's how bad it is in there. You over them days, you under so much stress, it comes back. So so that's what happened. I had already experienced this with some family here. So when that young lady picked up the phone and called me, my heart dropped, because all I could go back is I know she don't know. Because if she'd have knew not to call the police for number one. She'd have been trying to call somebody to come and try and work out, because it's about money at the end of the day. Not about justice.
No,
okay?
Not even
so
close.
She thinking she could call the police and they're going to go find this guy that assaulted her or whatever. Them people, when they found out and the landlord got with the police and was saying it's $1.5 million, don't release her, she can't. And now she started crying, talking about they not even asking me his name. Girl! People don't care about this damn boy. They care about what you got in your bank account. Get over. I couldn't at that time. I have to be sensitive, because I know her mentality just not. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if when you be here for a while, you understand. So I wouldn't expect nobody to care about going. I know what the deal is
and
here.
You know what? don't take this, because there's going to
Yeah.
be people, I don't know how your channel operates,
Yeah.
but there's going to be people who are going to literally be all like, they so negative.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to know this?
Yeah, no,
Why
it's
wouldn't you want to
true.
know this before coming?
Yeah,
So if you end up in the same situation, you're prepared. You got to know this.
that's right.
You should. This is not us being negative. She's talking about the truth.
No.
If you get offended by the truth, I'm sorry, you're crazy.
Yeah,
And you're a liar. And you love the darkness. They say the truth is a light.
yeah.
And if you run from that, I don't know what you are, but you're a creature of darkness to me. I can't stand that.
Yeah.
People will get so upset. Even here, what you're talking about is like, if you tell somebody the truth,
yeah.
oh, you done messed them up. They can't handle it.
How dare you
How you going?
poke the sleeping bear?
You ain't got to cut it. This will be quick. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the middle of an interview. Camera's still going. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, this is the rawness of Tanzania, and this is why, like I say, with Black Wall Street, we've been desperately getting together because we need something like that when our family gets in trouble.
Yeah.
They don't call. They need to call, just like she called us. Like yesterday, you didn't call me. You called Black Wall Street because I function as a unit with people and family.
That's what we want merge to be.
Right.
We're going to have to collaborate on that too.
Yeah.
Because we need a singular mind.
Exactly.
We don't need 35, 45, 65 different things and call Shanini for this and call Juju over there for
Yeah.
that. No, we got to be on one accord. So
It's needed. It's needed because all I could think about when I was in the car driving away with her, I had helped her get her belongings, and I'm looking at this, because things go to your mind. I'm in the midst of something. This is serious, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, because it could be my daughter. I was like, I asked her, I leaned over, I said, how old are you? And she said 29. All I could think about, this could be my daughter.
yeah.
Off in the country somewhere by herself.
Yeah.
And something like this happens. And see what she could see no more than the tip of her nose. I could see further because I already know what the jail system here is like. You was just like in that little holding part. But baby, if you didn't have that 1.5 million, it was going to go to a point where you was going to have to make a phone call to somebody in America.
Yeah.
To make that 1.5 million happen, or if it could have went up.
You better call the embassy. Tell them, hey, these people got me hostage.
Listen, let me tell you something about the embassy, honey. Listen, don't get yourself so caught up on the U.S. embassy either. Because, honey, I went through something when I went to the scam with the Tanzanian school, and I was thinking I had kept all my paperwork. Oh, yeah, I'm going to the U.S. embassy. They going to handle this. Man, them people shot me back an email saying, we're sorry to hear that happened to you, but you need to go to the police. I'm like, what? I'm to the super damn police. I thought I was trying to get to the super police. Like, what do you mean? You're from back home. They told us it was you.
What you doing?
Do something where the soldiers at. You know what I mean?
Send the Air Force One.
Some people say you better go. And I'm like,
Send the Navy.
but that was
Help.
that was a wake-up call. I had to sit back in my chair and say,
You on your own.
you're nobody.
That is literally what they do. You are on your own. You gotta be someone or know someone. And if you don't, good luck.
Exactly.
Go become someone.
Exactly. So that's why, like I say, back to Black Wall Street, I'm like, that's the heart. We gotta build something for our people because we're over here in a country with the mentality of the West.
Advantage of.
Yes.
Over and over. I had too many calls from jail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, too many. What you're saying, that story is not uncommon.
Yeah.
I got about 13, 14, 15 off the top of my head.
Wow.
Not all that's happened. That's just through me. I can only imagine how many through you, how many through your neighbor, how many through this diaspora over here.
Yeah.
How many? And how many are not being talked about because it's negative?
Yeah.
People can't handle that truth. They don't want the fantasy of coming over to Africa to be ruined. But you better come here because you have some love for this place. Yeah. You want to see it grow. That's what's going to weed out the people who go back, or the people that don't make it, or the people that don't bend and they break. Yeah. That's what's going to weed them out, is how much love do you have for this place? Yeah. That you see all this ugliness and you say, I still want to build.
Yeah.
I got story after story after story after story after story after story after story. You gonna have a long video after story after story.
We gotta have a part 2 then.
Yeah, none of it broke
telling
me.
the truth of Africa.
The truth of Africa
The
is not
raw
pretty.
and real.
Africa is like a dirty baby. They say
Yeah.
don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sometimes that baby, let's say a puppy.
Yeah.
It's so dirty. It's covered in dookie.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's got ticks. You sometimes, do I really want to help that dog? Do I really want to take it? And you got to say yes.
Yeah.
Take each tick off Mama Africa. Each tick, each bloodthirsty, money-hungry tick
Yeah.
off of this beautiful puppy. Or mom or whatever. I don't know how you want to reference it, but the point is we are trying to clean up something.
Exactly.
Something nasty. This is a nasty place. It's a beautiful place with some nasty parts, some nasty mentality, some nasty people.
Yeah.
On both sides, diaspora and Tanzania.
That's true.
And this isn't even the worst country.
Imagine it's supposed to be a peaceful one.
I've heard some crazy stuff from just the neighboring country. Absolutely outlandish. You wouldn't believe it.
One story.
Well,
Just
I don't know
one.
how gruesome you want to be. I'll say it like this. There's a lot of dark stuff going on. Even in Tanzania, there's a lot of dark stuff going on. Dark.
Yeah.
Downright movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give us a peek. A peek. Just a peek.
I know. Okay, I'll say from working, and I don't want to say because, again, this is like a... But, I'm working with the street children. This is only... And this is the lesser of the stories, too. I'm going to give you the lesser of the stories.
Yeah.
What I found out when I first... This was months ago. If you go back in my videos, there was one where I went to Mwanza. First time I went there, I went to an organization. And he told me directly. He said... Because we were talking about the street children and why are there so many and how come they don't solve it? They have the money to solve it. They have the resources to solve it because it's a simple problem to solve. Even when I'm doing it with these young boys, it's not hard. It's really not. They keep them on the streets because when the Congo has wars, they actually buy the children from Tanzania to go fight in their wars. They import children, and you'll see big military trucks take the children across the border. Military trucks. That means they cut a deal.
Oh.
Dark, nasty stuff. Import.
Wow.
That's what I was told. And this man is a Tanzanian. He said directly, like, he's been doing it for what? How many years? I don't remember. 17 years, something like that. He said that's what they do.
Wow.
That's the lesser of the stories. If they can do that, they can do anything.
Yeah.
There's people have no moral. And when I say I can't express it in words. When I say no moral standing, I've spoken to some politicians here. Off camera, behind the scenes, and some of them are so, it's like demons in suits. I kid you not, they're not human to me. To me, I'm looking at them and you feel it. You feel a sliminess on them.
Yeah.
If you're spiritual, religious, I don't care what you are, they have a presence about them, and it's nasty to be around.
Wow.
Even if they're buddy with you.
You can still feel it.
You feel it. Evil is evil, and some people radiate so much evil that it affects you. You look at them and you're disgusted with them.
Yeah. Changes your spirit.
Changes your spirit. No, I won't say changes
but
it,
you
but
know
definitely,
what I'm saying.
it stirs you.
Yeah.
And it's sickening. I don't want to say that like high and mighty. No, I mean it in the sense of the word. It is sickening.
Wow.
I got stories. Whew.
Yeah.
I want to tell them one day, once we've done what we need to do.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell it all. I don't believe in hiding too much truth, but I do believe in strategic planning.
Exactly.
Some stuff we can't say.
That's
Some of the
true.
projects I'm doing, I can't talk about them.
Wow.
Some of the stuff I'm doing, I can't say.
Yeah.
Some people say, oh, that's secrecy. No, it's strategy.
Exactly.
Because we've been people that move with no strategy for too many years. We just do, everything's just how it is. No, we need strategy. We're at a point where we can't take another 400 years. Somebody's got to go and do the hard things for the community.
Right.
If there ever comes a day, I'll become the villain.
Yeah.
I will. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing.
Right.
But I'm saying if I had that choice to go down in history as a horrible person for our people,
So
but I actually did something for them, and I know it, but nobody else does, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Because right now, I can't stand to see us in this state. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see the way out. I see the tunnel.
I even had the Indian guy just look me right in the face, Mark, and say, I don't understand this. He said it. He said, I understand if they treated me like that, but the way you guys, like, he was just like, then he couldn't even understand it in his own mind. So something has to be done.
Something's wrong.
Exactly. The foundation has to be shook, and it has to be tilted up. And somebody got to look and say, I love you enough to build something to help you, secure you, to make it better. Because if we keep just landing over here and popping over there and popping over there, and there's so many stories like you have, I have, but what about the stories that we don't hear about that they're keeping in a secret?
Because it's that bad.
Right, that they're ashamed.
Embarrassing.
Right, embarrassing. But, you know, you got to strip the fig leaves so that we can get to the hill and make something so that the next person doesn't have to go through this in embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of, that's where our heart. Right.
Because,
like,
again, we're getting here as individuals.
1.5 million? Are you serious?
For what?
And it wasn't even 200. And we, even though it got to 260,000, it really even wasn't that. We just let it go to that because we just needed them to shut up, and we needed to go and get her out of there.
And there's no responsibility.
And right. No looking for this guy who did this. Who cares about him? Like, are you serious? You know what I mean? But if our people don't, if you're so scattered in your mind and you got so much of jealousy of what he's doing, and, you know, instead of just
coming together.
Like I say, I knew I was born in the 70s, and I'm thankful I was born in the 70s because I came up during the time of black love was there. But now it's like, I look around and I'm like, I'm looking for, and I'm trying to, you know, give a little bit out, but it's not easy. I'm being honest. Because my heart is there, but if everybody mind and they just on some other crazy stuff, I'm telling you, when I just exactly,
you gonna give out love. You got what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
They say what your blessing comes when you do, not with how they react.
That's true.
Let them react crazy, and they'll take a curse. You got what you got.
Exactly.
If I give you $20 right now out of the goodness of my heart, and you smile in my face and walk away and say that be. And then you trip over and bust your eye.
Don't make me drop
I'm
my
gonna see you the next day and say, what happened? Oh, let me pay your medical bill. And then you get to the hospital. What? It's not about how you react.
Yeah.
Your blessing or your, I don't, however you want to see, is dependent on what you do.
Exactly.
Let people do what they gonna do.
Exactly.
That's why we have to be alone sometimes. Because we are not a part of a community that operates correctly.
That is
We
true.
can't say everything we do is good and we're great people because we don't operate that way. That'd be lying. I'm not gonna lie. We are not a great people right now.
No.
We used to be and we can be. But right now, we operate like selfish people. We're envious.
Yeah.
We're jealous. We're hateful. And it's not all of, I'm not saying this like, oh, that's all we are. We are a lot of good things too.
Yeah.
But right now, our negativity, our negative things shine brighter. We show the people how we are and they don't like us. And some of them have no reason to, but a lot of them just really don't like how we are.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
It's bothering.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, because a lot of it, you can't even say it's us. But again, I have to accept responsibility.
Yeah.
Not so much responsibility for my ancestors, but even still, yes.
Yeah.
Because that's where balance comes. They say generational curses and Well, guess what? Somebody's got to take the bill.
Yeah.
Again, it wasn't me. Maybe my kids can deal with it. How selfish do you want to sound?
Exactly.
I'm going to deal with it.
Yeah.
400 years, put it on my back. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And crush me in the process to put my grave right there. Grow a mango tree on me. You know what I mean? We have to take the burden. Somebody messed up somewhere along the lines. Something happened. We got to take the burden. It's as simple as somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
What we're doing, what we're building, what we're making happen, we got to kind of sort of be the people that take that. We got to be the spearhead. Usually the tip of the spear is the one that gets chipped off.
Yeah.
So we might get chipped off, but we'll do for our children.
Exactly.
We'll do for the next generation.
And your children, and because your children are my children. You know what I mean? Like I say, somebody else's daughter is my daughter. You know, that's just the way I roll with it. But one of the other things I found out, one of the evils here in Tanzania, I don't know, I didn't know. I don't know if you ever heard this. You ever been in the street and saw one of the people with a lame child or something like they've been.
Oh, I can tell you about that. There's a village. They go there. They take them. They do. They're not even related. They're
Right.
pushing them in a wheelchair. They go to these villages, right?
Listen,
Moses, you got to confirm.
I've just
They go to
heard
these
about
villages.
this, and I was
I've
really
been to these
appalled.
villages.
Okay.
I go to the places, the special needs places, because I want to get an understanding. Before I get angry, I want to get an understanding.
I'm
'Cause
hoping
that
we're talking
just-
about the same thing, so I'm listening.
We might be a little different, but I'll tell
Okay.
you what they do is they go to these villages, they talk to the parents of these children that are disabled, and they offer them a monthly amount of money to take their child. They say, we're going to go make them beg,
Yeah.
and we'll make this much money,
Yeah.
and we're going to go and send you this much, but I'm keeping your kid, and we go and take them around the town and we beg. That's what they do. That's not even the worst.
No, I was
That's
going to
not
say,
even
maybe
close to
I'm waiting on the
worst.
one that maybe you're getting ready to say, the one that I found out
You
about.
tell me. I'm sorry to cut you.
No.
This is something that irks me so much because I deal with the youth.
Yeah. And when I found out about this, they said, don't give them the money.
Heck no.
I didn't know, because y'all know we come from a spirit where we're, even in America, sometimes we still give people the money.
I don't give
I know, I'm
nobody
telling
money.
you. Listen, 'cause-
Kids.
listen,
Okay.
because they don't know.
Okay.
That's why we're here to inform you of this side. Because, like I said, we come from America where people your heart gets pricked, and you just okay, let me throw $1 out the window with blessing somebody or whatever, and then you get here and you see this, so of course your heart gets pricked, and then somebody say, "No, don't do that." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They say, "Don't do that." You perpetrating what? What do you mean? They say a lot of the parents intentionally maim
Yes.
their
yes.
children.
They'll tie a belt around the baby's head so it gets messed up so
Yeah.
they can go beg.
so they can
They
go
do it in
back.
India a lot.
That was so appalling to me. I could not wrap that around my head that you would intentionally maim somebody for a monetary gain.
Yeah.
An innocent
Too
child.
lazy to go work. Too damn. I'm sorry. The government even
Aye.
stepped in once, right?
Yeah.
And they built a little village for these homeless parents. And those people sold the land and went back to the streets. They built them houses. They built them
People
roads.
don't think like that.
They sold the house, took that money, and went and lived back on the streets. They're in their ways and they're stuck in the way. And you don't understand Africa until you get to Africa. What you're saying is like, how is that possible? To them, there's no, it makes sense. The logic adds up. To us, that logic will never, 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 never. You can explain it for a year, it won't add up.
Right.
To them, that logic adds up.
Right.
I'll just maim my kid for some money. I'll have 10 kids and I'll maim 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that's just like, okay.
Right.
There's no
conscience
question,
about it.
none. That's almost not a person. I will tell you
Exactly.
in a heartbeat. I love the youth.
Yeah.
Ooh, that boiled my blood when I heard
I know,
about
me
that.
too, because I work with the babies and I love babies too. But when I found that out,
Ridiculous.
like, so now when I'm in the street and I see these people, I'm just,
No,
it
I
just-
take them to eat. I say, you want to eat? Let's go eat. We sit down, we have a meal.
yeah.
Somebody, oh, you don't want to sit with them dirty people? I said, I don't want to give them money either.
Yeah.
I gave a little, what was it? A little dude some money when I first got here. I remember I was on, where's that nice place in town? Near the KFC. Like near Posta. It was in a good area in town.
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking around. I used to walk around the city.
Okay.
From one end to the other. And I would do that for the first few months I was here because I wanted to know the streets. I wanted to know the ways. And I wanted to see everything. And so I walked and walked and walked. I got to a point, a little dude came up to me, some money. And even still, even in the States, I have the same mentality. Don't give money. But this time, I don't know what it was. Handed him like 2,000 shillings, $1. The equivalent of just under.
Right.
Bunch of little kids, a little bigger than him,
Yeah.
came up as I'm walking away, came up to him, pushed him to the ground and took that money and walked away. As I turned around, they started to run. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Just like that, I said, no, you going to get them beat up giving them money.
Yeah.
Don't give him money. Give him food. I said, hey, you want some food? He
Right.
said, he's excited, very
Yeah.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this dude ain't looking for money.
Right.
He trying to feed himself. I said, let's go sit down and have a meal. We sat down, had a meal. This was the happiest little dude ever. I'm like, huh. At the time, I couldn't speak Swahili, so I didn't know what he was saying. But we were eating.
But yeah, eating is universal.
Yeah.
So you ain't have to, you know.
Hungry is
Yeah, hungry is hungry.
Hungry is hungry. I say, if you're hungry, eat. If you're thirsty, drink.
Yeah.
If I can't give you, then I'm not doing well myself, even when I'm not.
Yeah.
I should be able to, if I'm holding something, here you go.
Yeah.
Food, no money, none. Because at that point, you're going to get somebody hurt. It's starting to rain.
Yeah. We're going to have to...
You uploading an hour, almost 2 hours of content?
You think so?
Yeah, let them be in the long conversation.
I really do. I think finally, whatever that was, it left.
What?
You remember, because you was like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because the topic was not, yeah.
So like, finally, I think maybe I had to come to myself, tell you the truth. I was like, okay, you got to just relax, Maya, just relax. Like, I don't know. It was something getting me like, this is Mark Meets Africa. It kept messing me up.
But
like,
I feel that in interviews.
Right.
There's a moment where it's like, I think it's a little less now.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done interviews in a long time now.
Yeah.
And there's a flow. You feel the flow. You feel it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling it. I was like, hold up. And I was looking for it. My spirit was looking for it. I'm like, wait, where is it? Where is it? And I didn't feel it at all.
Right.
And I was like, no.
Oh my God.
And I call that being off. Not so much I'm off. That's why I'm like, it's not really thinking about something else. Like, it just doesn't feel like you're fully there.
Right.
Not you specific. I'm saying me.
Yeah, no, I was done the same with you.
Okay.
That's why I had to just say I gotta relax.
The meet wavelength.
Right. What happened to the Mark yesterday? You know what I mean? Like we were just chilling out yesterday and not ready today.
But we can feel it.
Exactly.
You feel it and you adjust it.
Exactly.
We both adjust. Okay, let's until there's the synergy, the energy, the free flowing. I don't know what else rhymes.
That's okay. It happened.
Yeah.
So we'll stop it here because, like I said, it's getting ready to rain. I appreciate you. You got to come back for part 2.
Yes.
And I'll jump on your channel if you want me to.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick interview.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm not really good at interviews.
All right, family. Peace out. Asante Sana for joining me here on Maya Speaks. Mark Meets Africa. You have the YouTube. Anything you want them to support? Yeah,
check out Mark Meets Africa because I'm going to do the interview. I don't know who's going to upload first. But we'll just link each other's channels.
Yeah, let's do that. Anything else you want to tell the family?
Do your thing. Don't care about what no one else thinks. If they don't pay your bills, let them go.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
We gave you the raw, the real, the beautiful, and the shit. The tree even needs shit to grow. Okay, that's
the more shit, the bigger the tree. You can point to the one in the foot. Whoa, hold up. That one must have gone through a lot of shit. And that's the same with people.
Exactly. I love it. All right, bye, family. Carly Boo.